Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to move forward? It feels like something is always stealing your attention. Notifications, social media, distractions. The truth is, we live in the age of hyperstimulation, where every second someone wants a piece of your focus. And that's why those who learn to activate focus mode have an insane advantage. But what exactly is focus mode? Imagine a mental state where your attention is 100% directed toward what truly matters, where you eliminate all noise and become unstoppable. This is how the best in the world operate. And the best part? Anyone can activate this state. Now you might be thinking, but how do I do that? I'll show you exactly how right now. Think about this. You're trying to study, work on a project, or develop a new skill. But then your phone vibrates, a browser tab catches your eye, and suddenly you've lost 40 minutes on something useless. Every distraction isn't just a waste of time. It pulls you out of your flow, out of deep immersion. The secret? Eliminate distractions before they even happen. Turn off notifications, put your phone on airplane mode, close irrelevant tabs. If it doesn't contribute, it doesn't deserve your attention. Create an environment that supports your focus. A clean desk, an organized space, noise-canceling headphones. And now comes the hardest part, and the most transformative one. Here's the truth. 99% of people fail because they don't take their own growth seriously. They want results, but they don't want to pay the price of discipline. Have you ever heard someone say, "I want to change my life," but they keep making the same mistakes? Focus mode demands an unshakable commitment. It means showing up every day, even when you're not motivated. It means doing what needs to be done, no excuses. Now, here's the question that separates those who will win from those who will give up. Are you willing to let go of what's holding you back to achieve what you truly want? If so, then you're ready for the next step. Here's a brutal fact. If you only do what's comfortable, you'll never grow. If every day you run from difficulties, that hard task, that uncomfortable conversation, that workout that pushes you, you're training your brain to be weak. But when you choose to face discomfort, something incredible happens. You become stronger, more resilient. Want proof? Look at any successful person. They're not special. They just learn to do what most people avoid. So here's a challenge for you. Choose one uncomfortable thing you've been avoiding and do it today. It could be waking up earlier, turning off your phone while working, training even when you don't feel like it. Do it and see how your mindset starts to change. If you really want change, you need a period of total immersion. The 90-day challenge is a commitment to yourself to create rapid and lasting transformation. But what's the strategy behind it? Set concrete, measurable goals. No vague objectives. Specify exactly what you want to achieve. Apply the all-or-nothing principle. No excuses. If you decide on something, follow through. Practical example. If your goal is to grow on YouTube, commit to posting 3 videos per week, delivering real value and strengthening your digital presence. Now, before moving forward, think, if you spent the next 90 days with this level of commitment, what would your life look like at the end of that period? And here comes the most important detail. Most people sabotage themselves before they even start, paralyzed by the fear of failure. The key question to unlock your potential: what would I do if failure wasn't an option? Think about this. You're lying in bed, about to sleep. Your mind starts to wander, and a question pops up. What if I've been on the wrong path all along? Many people sabotage themselves before even taking the first step. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because of one paralyzing fear: the fear of failure. And this is where the question that can change everything comes in. What would you do if failure wasn't an option? This question forces you to look beyond excuses, fears, and other people's expectations. It puts you in a mental state where there is only one alternative: to take action. If you're waiting for everyone to support your decision, I have news for you. That's not going to happen. The truth is, many people around you won't understand your choices. They project their own fears and insecurities onto you. They'll call you crazy, a dreamer, an extremist. But think about it. How many times in history has someone done something great just to please others? Never. You don't need anyone's approval to start. If your goal makes sense to you, that's all that matters. And if doubt still creeps in, think about this. On your last day of life, who will be there dealing with your regrets? The people who criticized you, or you? Here's the biggest mistake people make when trying to set a big goal. They choose something based on what seems to work, not on what truly drives them. Have you ever seen someone trying to start a business without passion? Or someone forcing a career just because it pays well? That person might get some results, but sooner or later, exhaustion and lack of purpose take their toll. Now, when you find something that resonates with your essence, the game changes. Effort stops feeling like suffering and becomes fuel. Learning becomes enjoyable. Persistence stops being a burden and becomes second nature. Want a practical tip? Ask yourself, what would I do even if no one paid me for it? Life is too short to be wasted on something that doesn't make sense to you. How many people do you know who spend years in a job they hate? In relationships that drain their energy? In routines that simply don't make sense? Time is passing. You can use it to build something that truly matters, or you can waste it trying to fit into something that doesn't represent you. And if the idea of change scares you, try looking into the future and imagining yourself living the same life for the next 10 years. Does that vision excite you, or does it make your chest tighten? Does pursuing something extraordinary mean letting go of what society expects? This is where many people give up. The comfort of being average can be tempting, but is that enough for you? Have you ever felt trapped in a repetitive cycle, like you're following a script you didn't write? Picture this. You're in a room full of people, all wearing the same color, talking about the same things, following the same path. Something inside you tells you there's more, that you can be more. But at the same time, there's a fear, the fear of not fitting in. The biggest choice of your life comes down to this. Do you want to be average and comfortable, or extraordinary and unforgettable? Since childhood, you were taught to follow the flow, to choose a safe path, to not cause trouble, to not make mistakes. But look around, how many truly happy people do you know? How many are living on autopilot, waiting for Friday, living only for moments of escape? The truth is, the world doesn't want you to be exceptional, because when you shine, you expose other people's mediocrity, and that scares them. So what should you do? Simple. Ignore it. Ignore expectations that aren't yours. Ignore the pressure to be ordinary. Now tell me, are you living the life you truly want, or just the life others expect from you? The biggest regret people have isn't what they did, it's what they never dared to do. So instead of imagining a temporary failure, think about the real failure, looking back and realizing you never even tried. Now, which pain would you rather feel? The discomfort of growth or the frustration of a wasted life? Now that you understand the choice, here comes the hard part. At first, you'll be alone, you'll doubt yourself, the people around you won't understand, but every great change starts this way. Being exceptional means accepting temporary solitude. It means breaking patterns. It means facing judgmental looks. But let me tell you a secret. The moment you start winning, the same people who doubted you will want to know how you did it. So what's your choice? Fit into the ordinary or pursue the extraordinary? And what if I told you that the next step in this transformation lies in the clarity of your goal? Because defining a powerful goal can change everything. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about now. Imagine this. It's Monday morning. You wake up and already feel that weight in your chest. It seems like every day is the same. Work, obligations, distractions. But deep down, you know you want more. The problem? Lack of clarity. Without a clear goal, you become a hostage to randomness. You live on autopilot. The day ends, but you don't feel like you've made any progress. Frustrating, isn't it? Now, think of the opposite. You wake up knowing exactly what needs to be done. No doubts, no wasted time. That is power. Here's the secret. When you define a goal with clarity, your mind starts working in its favor. Discipline stops being forced and becomes automatic. But setting a goal isn't enough. You need to structure the path. And this is where three fundamental elements come into play. Intense focus, cut distractions, and create space for what truly matters. Meditation, to increase clarity and reduce mental noise. Self-esteem, reinforcement, acknowledge your progress with every small step. This builds a positive cycle of motivation. And there's more. Studies prove that any goal can be achieved with absolute consistency. The concept is simple. If you repeat an action enough times, it becomes automatic. And when your routine is built around your goal, success is just a matter of time. Now, if you want to turn this into reality, you need a system. Because just wanting isn't enough. What separates dreamers from achievers is a high-performance routine. Imagine this. The alarm rings at 5 a.m. The room is still dark. The world outside is asleep. Your body begs for 5 more minutes, but you get up. At this moment, there are no cheers, no recognition, But right here, exactly here, begins the separation between those who evolve and those who fall behind. And what if I told you that there is a common pattern among the world's most successful people? A set of habits that can skyrocket your growth? I'm going to show you exactly what they do and how you can apply it to your life. Most people spend the day being busy but not productive. Have you ever worked for hours and at the end of the day realized you accomplished almost nothing? This happens because your focus is fragmented. The solution? Deep work. A period of absolute concentration, free from distractions. For 90 minutes, your attention is 100% dedicated to a single high-value task. Your brain enters a high-performance state, allowing you to produce more in less time. Choose 2 focus sessions per day. Eliminate distractions, turn off notifications, and dive deep into your work. What if I told you that you could learn from the greatest minds in history without ever speaking to them? Books are shortcuts to knowledge. 1 hour of reading per day transforms your mind and sharpens your decision-making skills. You absorb knowledge that took others decades to learn, dramatically shortening your learning curve. Choose books that add value to your journey. Biographies, personal development, business, and psychology are great choices. Your attention is being hijacked. Ever noticed how scrolling for just 5 minutes can turn into an hour? That's no accident. Easy dopamine is sabotaging your focus. Social media, notifications, and short videos trap your brain in procrastination loops. Your concentration drops, your motivation plummets, and anxiety increases. Set specific times for social media and turn off unnecessary notifications. Your brain is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it becomes chaotic. Meditation is a tool for mental clarity. It reduces stress and enhances decision-making. It lowers anxiety and strengthens your mindset. Dedicate 10 minutes to meditation and 10 minutes to visualizing your goals daily. Don't know how to meditate? YouTube is full of tutorials, so that's not an excuse. You'll never see a high performer who neglects their body. Exercise boosts energy and resilience. It strengthens mental toughness, reduces stress, and increases productivity. Choose an activity you enjoy and practice at least 4 times a week. Your diet isn't just about eating, it's about fueling your body for success. Eat clean, healthy foods to maintain high energy all day long. Avoid energy crashes. Improve focus and strengthen your body. Reduce sugar and ultra-processed foods. Prioritize proteins, healthy fats, and quality carbs. Think about this. In 90 days, you can be a completely new version of yourself. But here's the detail no one tells you. Most people start full of energy, but give up halfway through. They want results, but they're not willing to go through the process. And this is where the difference between success and failure is defined. The 90-day challenge is not just a test. It's not just an experiment. It's a turning point. If you follow this journey with discipline, you will prove to yourself that you are capable of much more than you imagine. You will understand in practice that it's not big events that transform your life, but the small daily decisions. Every workout you complete, every book you read, every day you overcome laziness. All of this adds up, and before you know it, you will have built something powerful, a new identity. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up, day after day, choice after choice. That's how transformation happens. Now, the question that will define everything. Are you ready to truly challenge yourself, to break out of the cycle of excuses and really evolve? If the answer is yes, let me know in the comments what your 90-day challenge will be. In 90 days, you can either be in the same place or look back and see how much you've grown. The choice is yours.